And today's ribbon cutting is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's 6 years in the making. Now, the $465 million project for both the convention center and the medical mart was approved back in 2007. It really has seen its fair share of hurdles along the way. That's because you might remember a group of taxpayers tried to fight the 0.25% sales tax hike, and some architects, well, they did not like the planned site. Now, Cleveland wound up in a race with Nashville, also New York City, to be the first city with a medical mart, and some questioned whether it would attract enough tenants and conventions to be successful. But the projects in Nashville and New York both fell through, and after all of that, the Cleveland Convention Center is opening 3 months ahead of schedule. Now, there were some fears about booking enough events, and they seem to be put to rest. Josh is live right now at the convention center, and Josh, there's a whole lot planned for it.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. For this year alone, July 19th is going to be the first convention. That's going to be the Senior Games. That's athletic events for those over 50 years old. And actually, they're expecting 35,000 participants, just participants in that one. There's also a pet expo, a truck expo, a model railroad association, and they're going to have their big convention here as well. And in fact, events are already booked up going into 2019. So that tells you a little bit. Let me show you. This is the big expo space right here. 250,000 square feet. That's what you're looking at. Meeting rooms off of this for 2,000 people. And I want you to look up, notice all the colors in here, very light. They wanted this to be very open. There's lots of glass in here as well. Take a look over, you can see some concession sides, or some concession stands on the sides here. This one's called Lakeside Market. There's another one on the other side as well. You know, community leaders are really banking a lot on this room. They want to get this filled, Mike, as much as possible because they want people coming to Cleveland and, of course, spending money, and in turn that money going right back into the economy.
Josh, it is very nice, state of the art, and also here in the medical mart. But let me ask you this. A lot of folks are excited because of the possibility of maybe booking one of the political conventions for the Republicans or the Democrats to come here to Cleveland. That'd bring in a lot of money. So what are the possibilities of that happening?
Yeah, that would be a huge get, Mike. I think it's important to point out that Cleveland actually in 2008 was a finalist for the Republican National Convention. Without this facility, without it, Cleveland was still a finalist. So a lot of organizers that we've talked to over the past couple of weeks leading up to this say absolutely even 2016 is possible as Republicans and Democrats try to figure out where to go for their big conventions. Ohio's a huge swing state, as we all know. It would be a big get, yeah.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. And Josh is pretty much downstairs underground from where I am here at the medical mart. I can actually see that grand ballroom from here. We'll show it to you a little bit later. And wanted to tell you that the medical mart, or folks here, they call it the Global Center for Health Innovation, it's going to open in October. Now, it's right next to the convention center. It'll host the Cleveland Clinic Medical Innovation Summit. Now, the MedMart will have 4 themed floors. We're talking about health and home, people, patients, and caregivers, also clinical spaces and healthcare. In the junior ballroom, nearly 40 educational, government, and healthcare organizations will show their products and programs and how they're impacting the healthcare field. Also, a number of big-name tenants have already signed on, including the Cleveland Clinic, GE Healthcare, Johnson Controls, Philips Healthcare, and HIMSS. And we're going to be here all morning long for you. It really is a very impressive building, Macy. We'll have more on Cleveland's new convention center, and also look for what's coming up for a major project for the city. Back to you.